Alani and Sherry find themselves back at Zarifah's. The witch explains the most likely cause to the oddness that has befallen them on top of everything else. It is known as the ghost town effect. When a town gets dislodged from reality, the time-space around it tries to adjust, and the path of least resistance is simply to erase everything about the town and act like there's no issue. The effect can set in quick, but remarkably isn't permanent. As long as someone remembers the location, the effect can be undone. The people of the island hold the memory, and the three of them can remove the effect later. What Zarifah doesn't add in is that the only reason anyone knows about the ghost town effect is because a god admitted to it. There's only one confirmed location that has returned from the effect. Those of the area knew something was wrong, but didn't know how to fix it. A resident happened to be right on the edge of the dislodge and wasn't taken. Before he could forget, he prayed to the gods to either bring his people home or send him to them. He would forget and think himself a nomad with amnesia before the next dawn. But the gods had heard his genuine desperate plea. A few went looking and would find the dislodgement and place it back upright in time-space. The man's memories had to be returned to him, barely caught hold of by one of the gods. The world at large, those who once knew of the area, had forgotten it even more quickly than the man. Their memories couldn't be recovered. Alani interrupts Zarifah's thoughts and asks if this has anything to do with the people who are still missing. The witch shakes her head. She pauses, wondering if she should tell the girls. She looks from one to the other. She lies. Zarifah tells them she hasn't figured that one out yet. She's still researching and would let them know when she discovers the reason for the missing people. She can't get herself to tell the girls. Alani and Sherry don't have the eyes for it yet, but Zarifah can see that others are starting to wake up to magic. The townsfolk don't even realize it yet, but the ones who have gotten caught up in the holiday fray are waking up. Whether they got it in their eyes, in their mouths, or simply breathed it in, the magic dust has triggered their magic muscle, like a tickle. A tickle that caused a laugh that sometimes is just loud enough to be a beacon for Ghazi. Zarifah doesn't know if they are just being captured or if Ghazi is hunting them. Ghazi isn't a completely mindless, hungry fiend. He could be storing them away like a squirrel hiding nuts, maybe hoping the magic in his captives will grow with time. If not that, he's hunting them, killing them on the spot. She must figure out what he's doing so she can figure out whether to continue lying to the girls or not. Zarifah asks the girls if anything else has appeared amiss. Neither of them have noticed anything more. Sherry's mind is elsewhere, thinking about how she had wanted to wait it out. She was certain that people from the outside would recognize something was wrong, and that witches would come to rescue them. But now, having been presented with the actual circumstances, it seems Alani was right to act, to not give up. Sherry has never known Alani to be wrong about anything, not in any way that ultimately mattered. That was something Sherry envied about Alani. She had never told anyone this, but the only reason she started hanging out with Alani wasn't because Alani saved her from the cavern, but because she wanted to be Alani. She wanted to learn her bravery, her self-assuredness, her wit. Everything Alani was, she wanted. And as they grew up, she wanted it even more. Her own parents once asked how could she have spent all this time with someone as lovely as Alani and not be even half as good. Alani had noticed the shift in Sherry's demeanor. Alani has always known Sherry not to handle change and stress well. She's used to getting them out of upsetting situations. Well, upsetting for Sherry. Alani remembers something her mother once pointed out. She couldn't keep babying Sherry. Pitying someone is not a healthy foundation for friendship. Her mother asked if she even liked hanging out with Sherry, if she even wanted to. Why did she go save someone she doesn't seem to care about? Alani's mother noticed that Sherry was the one who always came over and that it always looked like Sherry was just an afterthought to her daughter. Her mother was right. She didn't solely go down to the cavern to play hero. She had known about merfolk in the cavern even before the boys' prank. She had seen one there in secret with her grandfather before he had gotten bedridden. She went to see if the one they had seen together would show itself again. Hearing the state the boys left Sherry in, Alani figured the path into the cave had finally crumbled like her grandfather said it would one day. That's why they went in secret. Her grandfather was never all there since some boating accident before Alani was born. She only ever knew him to be just sane enough not to be sent away. She guessed correctly that they would seal the cavern after Sherry was rescued. This would be her last chance. She had only ever told one person this, but she saw the merfolk, the one her and her grandfather saw. Sherry was wailing when Alani came across her. Sherry was crying so loudly, eyes held so tightly, Alani was able to sneak by her, go to the secret spring, say farewell to the merfolk, and come back and take Sherry out with her. She was mad at Sherry, the boys, mostly Sherry. Sherry hadn't fallen anywhere she couldn't have gotten out of herself, and because of that, her and her grandfather's secret spring was sealed forever. She told the only other person she could ever tell, her grandfather, about seeing their mer friend one last time. The last secret he took to his grave. Alani thinks back on it. Her mother was partially right. She pitied Sherry. She also was scolded by her grandfather, reminding her not everyone has the same audacity she does, and she mustn't hold that against others. Her grandfather's words made her feel bad. Her grandfather made her promise to show Sherry one magical thing before all the opportunities evaded them. And so, she never pushed Sherry away. This loop, the dangerous festivities, the slime monster, none of it counts. Alani wants to give Sherry the kind of magical moment her grandfather gave her. She can't do that on this island. She has to get them out of this. She looks over. They had left the reefers a while ago. And Sherry is on her phone looking for a distraction. Alani can see the time. It's 2 a.m, and it is still Halloween.